Why couldn't this movie just been based on the actually good video game called The Darkness instead of being a movie about a kid who brings rocks home from the Grand Canyon? Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to be talking about the film The Darkness. The general premise for this movie: a family is on vacation in the Grand Canyon. Their autistic son ends up falling into this pit beneath the ground and nobody realizes it somehow, and he ends up finding these 5 stones which have Native American semblance and stuff attached to them, and he brings them home with him, and crazy evil stuff happens. Now, as I was watching this movie, I was kind of thinking it would have been probably a better movie if it had just stayed in the Grand Canyon. Just have things start going awry, like the car doesn't start and they're just stranded out there, and then these evil spirits start showing up and causing havoc. That might have made for an interesting movie, and it's something that I might have enjoyed a lot more in this movie, because ultimately this movie is very, very boring. There are supernatural things which happen, but it's nothing that you have not seen before if you have seen a horror movie at all once in your life that has supernatural elements in it. There are so many horror cliches, such as just the wire turning on, a door closing, just strange noises throughout the house, just random jump scares, just things that I was so bored with that I wanted to leave the theater, and it's something that I probably would have just turned off if I was watching it at home, because I was just bored the whole time. And I looked at my watch, I thought it was maybe 45 minutes in the movie, only half hour. I'm like, oh my god, this is taking forever. The dialogue is also terrible in this movie. Just a lot of cheesy dialogue and stuff which is delivered very, very poorly. Just really bugged me throughout the course of this movie. Kevin Bacon is generally the main star, him and his wife, and he does fine, I guess, in the movie. David Mazos, if I'm saying that correctly, I don't know, from Gotham, plays Bruce Wayne in Gotham, does a good job in Gotham. I didn't really like him in this movie. He didn't do a lot. He just did a lot of facial expressions and didn't really have a lot to do. And I feel like for a kid who's been playing an actor who's actually half decent on Gotham, they would have given him a little bit more to do in this movie than just like maybe 10 lines throughout the whole thing. The movie is also paced extremely terribly, because more towards the end of the movie, there's like some supernatural stuff which finally starts to happen, and you think that's going to be the climax, and then it just goes down. Thankfully, it just kind of cuts to a new scene and everyone's kind of fine. It's like, what is happening right now? Also, with the beginning of this movie, Jennifer Morrison is in it for some reason. Her character does not appear whatsoever after these opening scenes of this movie, and so her role in it wasn't really anything I understood, because she's actually a fairly highly known actress, at least if you've watched Once Upon a Time, and she's good at what she does. So you'd think that she would have been at least more involved in this movie if she was cast in the role, or at least in the movie, and she just didn't do a whole lot. And there's just this strange romance thing which happens with the teenage daughter and this guy who she meets, who I think was Jennifer Morrison's son, and that just doesn't play out whatsoever throughout the course of the movie at the end. And there's just a lot of unnecessary things, and things which should have been done a lot better throughout the course of this movie, that I was just so bored watching it the whole time. The only thing which I could really say I enjoyed was the special effects towards the very end of the film, when the climax is finally happening. That actually looked kind of cool. It was probably the best part of the movie, but everything else just leading up to it was so boring, because they try to do like this marriage issue which Kevin Bacon and his wife are having, and that doesn't really get played out as much. I felt like it could have been part of just a completely different movie, just take away the supernatural elements. And then the teenage daughter goes through some stuff, and it happens for a scene, and then just kind of doesn't get brought up again after that, and I don't know. It's not that good of a movie. So guys, those are my thoughts on The Darkness. Don't see it this weekend if you have the opportunity. Go see Money Monster or Captain America Civil War if you haven't seen that yet. Those are both very much better movies than this, and well worth your time. So guys, those are my thoughts on The Darkness. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.